Our content. A broken mirror's edge. The city of Seattle, Washington had seen better days. Once the bustling hub of Pacific Northwest culture and industry, it had slowly been drained of its color by the relentless onslaught of corporate greed and overdevelopment. Now, it was a pale, concrete shadow of its past glory, with people moving through its nooks and crannies without ever truly experiencing the history that made the city great. But there were still those brave souls who dared to stand against the status quo and bring life back to the aging city. One such brave soul was Cassidy Rizzo, a 20-something who made it her mission to protect the city's unique cultural heritage and reinvent it into something new. Cassidy had a unique tool in her toolbox. She was a practitioner of urban fantasy, using this ancient form of magic to revive the city. Urban fantasy, although an arcane practice, was only now beginning to shine in the city, and Cassidy was at the forefront of its revival. Using her deep magic, Cassidy would create eddies of energy in places all across the city and then use her tricks to draw in people and creatures alike. She hoped that by doing this, she could bring back the unique spirit of the city and encourage people to explore its history without fear of corporate influence. One evening, while experimenting with a new spell, Cassidy stumbled upon a strange mirror that seemed to be imbued with an unknown magical force. Drawn to the strange resonance of the object, Cassidy stepped closer and quickly found out why. The mirror was crackling with energy, forming an invisible barrier between two very different worlds. Our reality and the world of urban fantasy overseen by the mysterious Mirror Council. Intrigued by the prospect of what lay beyond, Cassidy stepped through the mirror, bracing herself for what she might find. As she stepped out of the mirror, Cassidy found herself in a surreal version of Seattle, one where the past and the future mingled and where strange creatures of all kinds roamed. She also quickly realized that she was not alone in this strange new world, as various factions of the Mirror Council were vying to gain control over the city. Cassidy soon discovered that the Mirror Council was more than just a governing body. It was also an enforcer of the unwritten laws of urban fantasy. She was shocked to find out that there were some powerful entities who were trying to use the power of the Mirror Council to control the city and bend it to their will. This put Cassidy in a difficult position, as she found herself in the middle of a power struggle between the forces of good and evil. She quickly realized that she held the key to restoring balance and harmony to the city. But the only way to do this was to break the Mirror Council's control. In order to break their grip, she needed to get her hands on a powerful magical artifact known as the Mirror's Edge. This artifact was said to have the power to strip the Mirror Council of their authority and restore the city to its natural rhythm once more. Unfortunately, the quest to find the Mirror's Edge was an arduous one, and Cassidy soon found herself in a race against time. Though Cassidy had many allies who were willing to help her on her quest, she knew that she would have to reach the Mirror's Edge on her own. With no clear path before her, Cassidy searched high and low for clues and pieces that would help her unravel the mystery of the Mirror's Edge. In her travels, she encountered many people and creatures alike who helped Cassidy on her journey to finding the Mirror's Edge. With newfound knowledge and a deep understanding of the urban fantasy world, she slowly but surely made her way towards her goal. Finally, after weeks of searching, Cassidy reached her destination and retrieved the Mirror's Edge. With her newfound artifact of power in hand, Cassidy used it to break the control of the Mirror Council and restore the city to its original state. As Cassidy stepped back through the mirror, the city was returned to its former light and glory, much to the delight of its citizens who had been waiting for a moment like this for so long. Cassidy had succeeded in her mission, and the city of Seattle was forever changed. Though her battles had been hard fought, she knew that the spirit of the city would never again be threatened by corporate greed or overdevelopment. Cassidy had brought balance back to the urban fantasy world and given the people of Seattle a chance to reclaim their right to free expression and exploration. Cassidy smiled as the city came alive around her, her hands firmly clutching the mirror's edge as a gentle reminder that the power of urban fantasy was in her hands.